Hello, today I'm going to show you how to document information for a research paper. Information that you get out on the internet for the classwork that we're going to be doing. When we go through and look at somebody else's information, we actually did not create that information, so we have to quote that person. And I'm going to show you how we can use somebody else's information, that we can legally use their information in our documents. The career that I chose to talk about today was the Texas teacher. On my first note card, you notice that I have a quote, a section for my web URL, which is the same thing as a web address, and citation for my bibliography page. So the first thing I want to do is I went through and went to a website and found a website on Become a Teacher in Texas. And it looks like it had a lot of good information on it. And so I see down here that it talks about information about future Texas teachers. And it tells me kind of statistically of information that I thought might be important. And it tells me how many schools and how many students there are in the state of Texas. It looks like this information was about 2010. It's a little old, but for what we're going to be using it today is fine. So I have highlighted information that I want to use for my document. Once I highlighted it, I'm going to right click and copy that information. I've copied it to a clipboard. Now I'm going to take it to Word and place my cursor right here after quote, right click, and paste that information. Now that I have my quote, I'm going to go back to the web page and I'm going to make a copy of the URL or the web address. If I just click on the web URL address, I can go through and copy that by hitting my right mouse key, copy, and I'm going to go back to my Word document and select where I want it to go, right click, and paste that information there. So now I have my quote and where I've went to the internet to get that information. The last thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and create my citation page. So that way when I get finished with my document, I can just copy and put it at the bottom as a reference. So I'm going to use a program called Son of Citation Machine. Since I already have a copy of the web address, I'm going to go to the section right here on the web page that says Web ISBN Lookup. And I'm going to paste my web URL into that location. And I'm going to hit search. It will go out and go ahead and create information, pull the data from the web page that I need in order to document. One thing that you need to do is double check and make sure that all the information that you can easily find is documented and pulled in. However, on this one we're looking at, it has a title of web documents not there. I'm going to go ahead and use Become a Teacher in Texas because that looks like the title of the document. It does not have a title of a hosting website. I don't know who did that. Publishing organization. I do not have a published date on it because it's probably an updated website that is periodically updated. Will not have a current date on it. I don't have any of the other information here in this yellow box, but I am looking at the date retrieved. When you pull something from the internet, it is constantly changing. So that information may not be out there in a month, but when you reference your URL or in your bibliography, you go through and use the date that you referenced and found it out on the internet. So that way it's documented that it was out there at least at one time. The last thing that you need to have in there is a web URL. I'm making a quick look, make sure I have everything else in there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make my citation. Alright, this is taking the information that was typed in and went ahead and put it in the format that I need to see it at. So I'm going to copy this information, right click, I'm going to copy it. Now I'm going to go back to my Word document, and where it says citation page, I'm going to enter that information right there. So I'm going to hit right click, and I'm going to paste the information there. Alright, so now when I get through with my final draft and I have to create a bibliography page, all I have to do is go in and copy this and paste it right at the bottom of my bibliography page. I hope you enjoyed on learning how to go through and capture quotes from the internet. You copy your web addresses and save that information, and creating your bibliography using Center Citation Machine. Thank you.